All right, welcome back to Bros to Perspective Podcast. I'm JJ.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Steven.
As you can see, we're a little bit different today. I said I needed to work on Cynthia's car today, and I was like, let's do something different. You know what I mean? Fucking mic is messed up, so I'm gonna try to rig it up here in a second. What did I do with that clip? Oh, here it is. Anyways, so what's going on, man?
Shit, tired, man. Tired. Stayed up last night watching that boxing fight,
Yeah,
boxing match, whatever the fuck you call it.
what'd you think?
Like I said before, I ain't this big fan of boxing. It was on Netflix. It was free, so I figured we'd check it out. Stevie, he's into all that shit. He always knows about the UFC fights, boxing fights. I don't know, it was kind of like I said, I don't watch their fights, so I don't know exactly who was supposed to win. I just know they were both good.
Mm-hmm.
And out of all the shit that Canelo talked, man, he got to be a little embarrassed this morning.
Yeah, he
You know
got
what I mean?
outboxed. It wasn't no. That's what it was. I think he just got outboxed by somebody that was ready.
Oh yeah, he was ready.
And hey, what can he say? He beat him.
Yep, yep. And they went head to head. You know what I mean? There went a lot of running. I mean, there was some defense and moving here, moving there, but for the
Yeah,
most part, what's his name? Walker.
Crawford.
Black guy, Crawford.
Crawford.
See, that's how much I know. Crawford. He wasn't scared to
No,
go up against him, and it paid off. It looked like because I think Canelo was stunned and shocked that he was
doing
ready to
what he was
go blow
doing.
for blow with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And it was pretty good. It wasn't boring. I give that. I watched it, folding clothes and shit while I watched it. But there was some good action. There was some good hits on both sides, and Canelo just looked gassed. And I know, man, you were texting. Um, it looked like he gave up, man.
I think towards like maybe the eighth round, it's like he was. To me, it looked like he was done.
Yeah, because in the early rounds, he was when they hit that 10-second mark. They go at it, try to get points, and
Yeah,
after that, it looked like he was just trying to get out the fucking inning or round, whatever
round.
the fuck, round, trying to get out the round and shit. And Gabriel hooked me up, cuz shout out, cuz it was like I thought you said Canelo was good. I guess I said that, or may have said that, may have been misquoted, but I said no, I just said he was funny,
Uh huh.
and I was looking forward to a. I ain't gonna lie, most Mexicans were going for Canelo, and once Crawford won, you could see all the black fans were going for Crawford, so it's like
Oh, of course, yeah. That's
not
it.
a pride thing, not a division thing. Speaking of division, real quick, I want to shout out that boy Charlie Kirk, man. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Real quick, somebody I looked up to, changed my views on a lot of stuff, but
You looked up to him.
like, yeah, I really
We're
liked
not.
him.
We're not good. I don't think we need to.
No, I'm just saying, just when I said division, it made me think about that because the division obviously makes it going for Canelo, black people going for Crawford, or vice versa. It could be, I'm sure there was other people, but they gonna make it into that type of thing, black versus Mexican, I guess. But
What's that? The boxing?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's
you know,
especially they fight on. Normally, the Mexican fighters will fight, on Mexican Independence or Cinco de Mayo or something like that.
yeah,
That's just tradition. Big boxing weekend type thing. Um, but you're right. Division. When you talk about Charlie Kirk, that's what he helped cause, I guess you could say.
like you said, let's not get into that. If tell me the truth and your opinion causes division.
No, no, he. I'm not saying he told his truth and he what he felt, right? And I'm never one to. Nobody should get shot for free speech or killed, right? That's not what I'm saying.
No, but I don't think he caused division. He told the truth. They asked him, "What's a man? What's a woman?" He told him, "What's a man? What's a woman? How many genders is there?
Hmm.
There's two genders. You're either a man. You might be a man living as something else. They talked about abortion. Escape facts. What else they would talk about? They would say he was racist. But he So statistics. Statistics is not lies. Statistics shouldn't divide. But anyways, I know we got a big fan out in California. Said he don't like the politic talk, so we're not gonna get into that too much because then we'll probably disagree. But
Well, let's just. I just the way I see it, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
yeah, yeah, and I'm sure he's got interviews where he knows he got records. But I mean, you live by free speech, you
No,
die
I'm just
for the free
saying
speech.
one of the
That doesn't
last
make no sense.
one. The reason I say that is because one of the topics he had was, when these school shootings happen and stuff, you talk about gun control and stuff like that. And one of the things he did say was, it's okay to have a few gun deaths to keep your was it
Yeah,
Second
that
Amendment
shit's
right.
been going around, but you just hear the clip. You gotta listen to the whole thing. You gotta listen to the whole thing. It's like me. I'm big Trumper. Me going out there and getting killed for wearing one of my Trump shirts and saying, "Well, he lived by the sword. He died by the sword."
No, that shouldn't happen. I'm saying that shouldn't happen, right? But I'm just saying, like, when you say those type of things,
What the truth?
no, I'm just saying like that, like, that's what he believed, and if that's how he went out, then that's how he went out.
Yeah, and I'm sure he knew. You know, just like Martin Luther King knew people die for telling the truth. Not
Hmm.
comparing the two. I'm just
You
saying
can't
that
compare the
the
two.
speech.
Yeah, you can't
You,
compare the two.
yeah, you can't compare the two. I'm not saying that's a good thing on MLK, but regardless. But anyways, just want to say RIP, man. Even if, like I tell people, I hate Joe Biden, I hate Obama, I hate Kamala, but I'd be in the same state of shock if one of them got killed. You know what I mean? Uh, I wouldn't like that as far as America goes. You know what I mean? Like, damn, yeah, I didn't like Joe Biden, I didn't like his presidency, but I don't want to see the motherfucker dead. You know what I
But
mean?
you can't compare Charlie Kirk to a politician like that, though.
No, I'm just saying, as far as not liking somebody and
Oh,
his
okay, I
views, I
see.
don't like Joe Biden. I don't like his views. I don't like how he looks at America, but I don't want to see the motherfucker dead.
Well,
You know
that's
what
what
I'm
I
saying?
said. I said, I don't, I'm not a big Trump supporter, a big Trump fan, but if he died, he's still the president, and it would make me feel some type of way.
Yeah, yeah. It just, well, for me, and I don't really know how I became so into America. Well, actually, it's people like Charlie Kirk, Rush Limbaugh, people like that changed my mind, and that's what Charlie Kirk's was prove me wrong, change my mind. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And people like that changed my mind
Right.
and got me into loving America. You know what I'm saying? So when I say look up to him, he's part of the reason why I started taking pride in this country and confirm some of the views that I have and changed my mind on some stuff.
Hmm.
But but no, regardless, he had a family. He was
Yeah.
speaking his truth, his opinion, and just like me and you, during the first election, man, we were going back and forth, back and forth. And at the end of the day, we didn't agree. I know we both pissed each other off, but here we are. Politics and religion are two things that can turn people against each other, but it shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
You
It
got to be
should.
able to give your opinion. Just like a lot of these politicians, in D.C., they disagree, they may go at it, then after the cameras are off, they go have dinner. You know what I mean? And that's the
Hmm.
way it should be, man. But nobody should die for their opinion. Nobody should get killed. And R.I.P. to him. He had a lot of people and behind him, and he was just a young guy. Just like I said, it makes you sad at the state of this country, man. Innocent people dying. That chick that lady, that Ukraine refugee on the bus that got stabbed up. You know what I mean? Just sitting there after work. Nobody does shit. They just sit there. You know what I mean? And watch it happen. It's crazy when everybody's first instinct is to grab a phone, stop
Yeah.
recording. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I get it. The lady on the bus started getting stabbed. You don't want to interject yourself because you might get stabbed. But then again, how can you just sit there and not even move? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would have jumped up, maybe been like, "Hey, man, chill out. What the fuck you doing?" But once you walked away, everybody still just sat there. You know what I mean? It's
Hmm.
just it's crazy, man. I just hate the division. You know what I mean? You know, I like to debate. I don't know everything. A lot of facts I get are from fact checking or people like that, and but freedom of speech, man. We all should be able to do it to an extent. I mean, obviously, you're not cussing, and talking shit, and offending anybody, but just be able to give your fucking opinion and move on.
Hmm.
But other than that, it's crazy out there. A lot of people are like, why are they doing this for him? Who is he? Well, he's credited for helping Trump win. You know what I mean? That's why the Republicans respect him so much because they know, and doing all this for him because they know without him, Trump wouldn't have won. So it's just like if on Joe Biden's side, if AOC or somebody like that got killed, it'd be devastating to them too.
Well, the difference is AOC or whoever is on that side are politicians. They're colleagues, right?
Yeah,
And I don't think I don't think Charlie Kirk deserves half staff on the flags and all that stuff. Just like you said, divide when and I know we'll go back and forth or whatever, but when the senator got killed in Minnesota, there was no half staff because that wasn't his boy. You know what I mean? And
hey,
whatever.
that's how it be.
But it shouldn't be like that.
But it
You
is.
know, he even said, "I'm not gonna take the time to call him. Why am I gonna call his family or whoever?" When the other senator got shot, it's just like that's the divide that I see right there. It's like it's not my boy, so I don't give a fuck. But anyways,
Yeah. Anyways,
the fight last night, Canelo got outboxed, and I don't think he was ready for that.
nah, it boils down to sometimes you see somebody cocky, taking somebody lightly.
And that'll be those videos now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He'll be part of those memes of those he was cocky and look what happened. Hey,
Yeah.
shout out to Crawford. He fucked him up. Not fucked him up, but he won the fight.
Yeah, he got him a lot better than anybody else.
Yep, I'll say that.
You know what I'm saying? And he was taking Canelo's hits like a champ. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I know you said, damn, I can't remember what you text. Something about if Canelo loses, this is bad for him or
It's
something.
bad because um partly because all the hype behind the fight.
And
You
they
know what I
both
mean?
had a lot to lose. Crawford, I don't know his record, all that, but they were
He
saying,
has a perfect
if he
record.
lost, it wasn't going to look good for him. So they both had a lot to lose on that one. So I think that's what caused a good fight. Uh, it was good though. I can't complain. Watched it. Shit, man. I was thinking like, why do these fucking fights come on so late? But they were in Vegas, so
Yeah, that's why, because
yeah,
it's
they're
on the
2
West
hours
Coast.
behind.
Imagine if we were in New York watching that
Yeah,
shit.
no shit. I would have fell asleep already, but
I think if it wasn't on Netflix, I wouldn't. I've always liked Canelo, right? I've always been a fan since he was coming up, right? And I just, I got tired of the prices of the damn fights.
yeah, shit's ridiculous.
And if it wasn't on Netflix, I might not have watched it live.
Yeah, because next day or later that night, you can see everything anyways for free.
Yeah,
So it is. Fernando Vargas Jr. He got whooped on.
he did,
I
man.
watched
And
that one. I had it on mute. I was watching some videos and shit, but I could see he looked like he wasn't ready neither.
nah, he wasn't. I
So
think for Fernando Vargas Jr., it was a big. He wasn't ready for that type of fight yet. I think. And then that other fight, the African dude and the was it Guatemala?
yeah,
That fight was good.
see, I didn't watch that one. I only know that one because got a guy at work from Guatemala, so
Uh huh.
he sent me that. I don't really like watching
I
the
watched them. We
fights
were
before the
home.
fights.
We were home, so I was watching them, and that was a damn good fight. That was probably the best one of the night. Them motherfuckers were just going toe to toe.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was alright. It was pretty good. Thinking back, it didn't think the fight was gonna be like that. Everybody was watching it, so I had something to talk about Monday morning with Twitter. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Another thing going good in sports is baseball, man. Them fucking Rangers on fire.
yeah.
The little rascals, man. Them motherfuckers, man. We just gotta Seattle lose a couple games. Houston lose a couple games because we're winning, but we ain't gonna go undefeated the rest of the season. So
How far back are we?
2 games, 2 games,
From the
man.
division or from wild card?
One and a half for the wild card, I believe. Two in the division,
Mm-hmm.
but they won't lose. So let's go Rangers, man. Let's get up in that wild card and let's keep them bats hot. Pitching's been pretty good too. So
And then we don't even have Evaldi anymore, right? He's out for the. He's done.
yeah, so
What's his name? The ground pitch the other day.
yeah, so they got some injuries, but if we can just get into them fucking playoffs and let them youngsters do what they do, I think we'll be all
Well,
right.
that's how it happened last time, right?
Yeah, exactly how it happened last time. We'll see how. But shit, feels good out here, man.
I know it's nice. Sometimes in that garage it gets a little bit stuffy in there and stuff, but
Yeah, so we'll
it's all
see.
good.
But other than that, what's up? Were you trying to backpack off of what do you call it off of last week, or we just
We can. I know we said we'll talk about dad, real dad, I guess.
yeah,
Um, the meeting,
yeah,
the big meeting with him.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
that was crazy. I remember uh when he called.
who called though? Who? How did it? Do you remember how it started?
Yeah, I remember exactly. I was on the porch of mom and dad's house. Back in the day, man, we had caller ID. We had a house
Uh huh.
phone, and I remember seeing the number, man, and I picked up the phone. And I recognized the voice right off the bat. It was just like,
So he called.
yeah.
See, I didn't know. I don't remember that.
Well, it kind of goes back, kind of, we brought up the fact that we got a sister, and she had contacted me, and we got to talking a little bit, and she gave him our phone number,
Uh huh.
and he called. I was on the porch, I remember, and he's just like, "Hey, mijo, what's up?"
See, I don't remember that.
I don't know where you was at, but you weren't with me at
No,
the
but I don't
time,
remember that conversation.
and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" I already kind of knew who it was.
Cause you knew he was gonna call.
Sort of. I can't remember the exact story. I didn't expect that call. I remember that. I was surprised.
Hmm.
No, actually, I'm lying, man, because I didn't know I had a sister till after we talked.
That's what I mean. From what I remember is our
Yeah. So
aunts reached out.
I don't remember exactly. I just remember that phone call.
See, this is what I remember. I remember somebody, I think mom saying your aunt reached out because your grandma's gonna die or something like that. And she said for him to contact the boys before she died. And what's funny is they're from Garland, right?
Yeah.
And we used to have a store in Garland. And they used to go talk to my mother in law
Hmm.
just to see how we were and this and that. But
Yeah.
she never told me.
Man, wonder why.
She used to tell Cynthia sometimes, and then Cynthia used to tell me, I think they're looking for you, right? And she knew I really didn't want nothing to do with them, so it really didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I know you had that red Grand Dam, right?
Yeah.
Around that time, so I don't know how fresh you was out the Navy or what. And one of the first things he asked me was, "Hey son, so when you finish high school?" And I was like,
Uh huh.
"Motherfucker, I'm like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Fucking high school was a few years ago. What you talking about?" But I always wanted to see meet him and meet that side of the family. Like I used to tell people, I ain't looking for no daddy,
Uh
nothing
huh.
like that, but want to see where the fuck we come from, and I think that's why I put it to you. We got to talking, and it was just piqued my interest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I knew about you all this time. I heard about you. Got a few memories of him, not good ones, maybe one or two,
Uh huh.
little handful. Damn, it must mosquitoes hitting. But I remember I wanted to meet him, and I brought it up to you. I don't remember the exact conversation, but I know you didn't want to.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, motherfucker, I don't want to go by myself.
Mhm.
I was young, and you were like, well, I'll go with you. Well, I don't know. Do you remember that conversation? I know you didn't want to go, and you were like, nah, I'm not interested. And I was like, well, damn, man, I don't want to go by myself.
Yeah, I remember you wanted to go, and like you said, I didn't want to go. I don't have much interest in knowing that side of the family. To me, I just kind of blocked it all out or whatever.
Yeah,
And like you said, the memories I have are not very good.
yeah. Plus, to
And
go along with the what everybody told us and what mom told us, but also our family,
yeah,
me and my uncles, aunts, whatever, cousins.
but you said you were interested, so I said, all right, I'll go with you. So we got the address and stuff. It was like I don't know if they had to get together because we were coming or what, but they had like,
Yeah,
you
there
know,
was a lot of people there.
there was a lot of people there and stuff. And I remember walking in and saying hello to everybody and stuff. And
But take it back though, real quick.
oh,
Take it back.
so
When we
anyways,
got there,
no, but it started because they wanted us
yeah, to see the mom because she was
before she
dying.
died. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I remember we get there, and man, it's like we were some superstars or
I
something. I don't
know.
know if you remember that
Yeah, I
part,
remember that.
but they were like, "Oh, JJ and Steven are here. JJ and Steven," and it's like they were like I said, like we were superstars or something. We get out the car and you can see the blinds opening up, and
Yeah.
everybody like, "Oh shit, it's them."
You walk in and they're whispering, like, oh, they look like whatever or whoever.
No, not they, motherfucker. You look just like that fool. So like I said, everybody's telling us what's up, and we go in and lay eyes on them for the first time, and I'm like,
Well, he was outside,
yeah, in the backyard.
and they said your dad's out in the back.
Yeah, he didn't even come greet us in the front.
No, he was
You
outside,
know what I'm
and then
saying?
and then they said, your dad's outside, and I said, are you ready? And you said, yeah. So we go outside to the back.
You know what's crazy, real quick, just to kind of, that just goes with the character of who he is. You think he'd be out there to meet us first. Hey, let me introduce you to this, that, but we pretty much introducing us to ourselves and shit.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, go ahead, go with it. I was just talking about that part.
So they're like, he's outside in the back. I guess they were barbecuing or something. And I said, you ready? And you were like, all right, let's go.
Fuck
So we go outside, and of course, we know who he is. I mean, I do. I didn't know if you remembered what he looked like or whatever.
shit, I
But
couldn't miss it, man. You look just like him.
so we go outside and kind of just, it's kind of awkward. It's like, what do you
But hell
say?
yeah, we're meeting our dad pretty much meeting him for the first time again in front of a bunch of people that we meet for the first time too.
Yeah. So this is the funny part. We go up to him and say, hey, I don't think we hugged him or anything. We probably shook his hand. And I'm just there. And then you ask, so what you been doing all these years? Right?
Yeah.
And what does he tell you?
He said he been driving trucks, just driving, working, and fucking hoes.
Yeah.
That's what he said, straight up. And I don't know if you remember, I got pissed like a motherfucker.
Yeah. And because you said something else after that.
Yeah, you were kind of like, chill, chill.
No, because what did you say? You remember what you said?
Something like, motherfucker, we ain't seen you all this time, and that's what you're gonna fucking tell us?
Yeah.
Just like that. You know what I mean? And he kind of, I don't know. I think right then he realized he kind of like, oh shit, this motherfucker. But let me take it back a few steps back before then I'll get back to that. But I remember I seen him. He had a beer in his hand and shit, fucking missing teeth,
Yeah.
dick all fucking dirty and shit. Damn, this is my motherfucking dad. Goddamn, you could at least dress up a little bit. You know what I mean? But then we get back to that. Like, what you been
Just
up
switch
to all
sides.
these years, man?
Mm-hmm.
And this side, the solid chat. And then that's where we're going. And like, so what you been up to these 20 some years? And yeah, that was his answer.
Yeah.
Uh, just been driving trucks, fucking hoes. I'm like, that motherfucker. What I just said. All this time, that's his fucking answer.
Uh huh.
And I know he was like shit. Because at that point, man, I was like in my real, in the middle of my I don't give a fuck era. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to knock that motherfucker out. Just saying some dumb shit like that. But I remember, I don't know if you remember looking at you like, damn, JJ, you look just like that ugly motherfucker.
Uh huh.
And you're like, no, I don't, but shit, man, you look just like him. So I don't really remember the rest of it. I don't remember if we even went to go see his mom inside
So
or
the rest of it is after he said that, and you said what you said. You were like, "You ready?" I said, "Yeah."
How old do you think we were at that time? Just real quick. I don't think we had kids. You probably
I
had
had the
Chris.
boys, the
You
two
had.
boys. I
Oh,
think
you know what? Because we were married because the wives were like,
Tony
"Yeah, I
was
want us to go," and we're like, "Nah."
Tony was a baby.
So Tony was a baby. I just had
So
Isaiah.
I say that's 20 years ago.
Damn,
Yeah.
20 years ago. And like I said, I just remember the cousins like, "Yeah, man, we here," blah blah blah. I know we did find out that supposedly he said that he had been sending us birthday gifts and Christmas gifts all this time and shit
Mhm.
like that. Uh, yeah, it was tripped out. And so we meet him, we leave, whatever. And that was pretty much the extent of it for me. I was just like, well, I just want to see where I come from. This motherfucker ain't about shit. So
Yeah.
what's the point?
Uh
You
huh.
know what I'm saying? And that's when he told us we had a sister. Well, I don't know if that was it. I know we talked. Well, we talked. He would call me all the time.
Yeah.
I remember I was working at that AT&T building in downtown, and he would call me and try to set shit up, and I'd be like, yeah, hey, me home. It was always me home.
Uh huh.
Motherfucker, I don't even know you. I just met you.
Yeah.
You been around fucking hoes. But everything was me when me. I remember. I don't know if I told you, but I got real fucking mad, and I told him if he says that shit again, I'm gonna whip his ass. But he would always say like kind of like put you down to me, like, man, me, who I should have named you James Jr. because you like me. You got a temper on you like me, and I'm like, say, motherfucker, what are you saying about my brother? Chill the fuck out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you told me something like that.
And that shit would offend me. It would piss me off. But let's. When can we? Yeah, they have kids. He's like, when can we go fishing with your kids? And I'm like, talking about being a grandpa, motherfucker. You ain't even a dad. You ain't even worth seeing my kids. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And told us about her sister. I started contacting with her. That was one thing you weren't in. Well, that came a few years later when I brought that up. But I think at that time she was going through a lot with her baby daddy and this, that, and we kind of lost contact.
Mhm.
And then a couple years later, she got back with me, or I don't know how we connected, and she was in a better space in life, and we got along real good, man. Like I always said, it ain't her fault or my fault who our dad was and what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still talk to her to this day.
Oh, do
She's
you?
real cool. Her and her husband, real cool guy, Brian.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? So that came out of that. But yeah, I ended up just being turned off by a real dad, so I didn't really keep a relationship. I would just give him the runaround, and yeah, we'll meet up and then cancel or whatever. But
Mhm.
I was good. I was like, okay, I just want to see where we come from, and where we come from really ain't shit. So what's the point? But
Yeah.
I know you kept a little relationship with him, right?
No. Well, what happened is, like you said, we didn't take the wives with us, and Cynthia wanted to meet him. She's like, I want to. She's like, you're not. What the fuck? She's like, you're not like your parents or your dad. So I just want to see where you come from, like you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So he called me one day, and I invited him over to the house. God damn, there's over here. And he came. And we were remodeling our house at the time, and so there was. She's like, "Oh, you're doing remodeling this and that." I said, "Yeah." And supposedly he could get deals on granite countertops and I don't know what, whatever, right? So he told me he was gonna hook it up, and I said, all right, but I didn't take no really. I wasn't like excited about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I was done with him, and I just did that for Cynthia's sake.
Okay, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I just did it for her, and supposedly he was gonna come back, and he never came back, and that was the end of that for me. I was like, I'm not gonna reach out. Why am I gonna reach out to him for? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He was supposed to come over, and not that I was gonna give him a chance, but I guess maybe the benefit of the doubt.
yeah, yeah.
And he didn't, and he fucked that up. So I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember his brother was my padrino.
Uh huh.
And I talked to him a few times. I forgot the little town they're from, but it's funny because they were real excited to hear from me,
Uh huh.
they said that you know their whole family said they always knew about us. You know what I'm saying? And from their understanding, he had contact with us all these years or whatever, whatever. No, I remember when I don't think he reached out to you, but when his mom finally died, he hit me up and said she had no, she was in the hospital. They gave her like 24, 48 hours to live or something. He called me up that she wanted to see us before she passed away and whatever, and I was just like, look, man, condolences to your family, but I don't know this lady.
Yeah.
And he kept saying your grandma, and I'm like, man, hold up. That's a big word. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Both my grandmas already passed away,
Mhm.
and I was like, condolences, but I don't know this lady, man. What you want me to go in there and do? Cry, tell her I love her, and I'm gonna miss her. Shit, I don't even know her. She's a stranger to me. So
Yeah.
I said, I'll pass. I said they were having a big get together. I was interested in that, because I mean the same thing like I said about our sister, with the cousins and shit over there too. It's not their fault that we weren't around, but it ended up dying out, man. I mean, stopped talking to him after that. He never called me back after she passed away, and I didn't go to the hospital. And never kept in touch with any cousins or nothing like that. The only one I kept in touch with was our sister, and she kind of had the same outlook on him as we did. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? He ain't shit. He just talks to her when he calls, whatever, whatever. You know, uh, I remember if anybody out there, any family members, remember how it happened. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but I don't. After I think about it, it wouldn't have mathematically made sense because the story I would get from mom was that when she was pregnant with you, some white lady came to grandma's house and was like, "Hey, I'm pregnant with your husband's baby,"
Mhm.
but y'all not the same age.
No, I think she's like 2 years older than me or something like
Yeah,
that.
one of the two,
Yeah.
give or take a year or two. But maybe when you were already born, I don't know. Anyways, who knows that story? I don't know. But I think it's cool. I like her.
Mhm.
Her name's Alicia. Real cool. We've gone fishing with them. Gone to their house, and Brian, he's real cool. But like you said, you weren't interested in meeting her, which is all good. I didn't press you on that one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, just told you, hey, she's cool. She'd like to meet you, talk to you, whatever. And you chose not to, and which ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just didn't want nothing to do with that part,
Yeah, yeah.
and nothing against her or anybody
Nah,
else.
nah. She understood.
To me, I'm just pretty much done with that part of my
Yeah,
life, I guess.
yeah, yeah. So she's pretty cool. Like I said, she's come to the baseball games. But yeah, that's tripped out. I've heard stories about him too. Uncle Lawrence has told me some stories about him and shit like that. But that was some. We met him so 20 years ago. So shit, I was 23. Man, we was young.
Yeah, we were young.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's funny. Asking when you get out of school, motherfucker, I'm 20 already. What you talking
Yeah.
about when I get out of school? And then the whole driving trucks, fucking hoes.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. That's when I was just like, I look at you and like, you ready to go? Like,
Yeah, I think that's
did
what
you?
I remember. I think we was out there pretty quick.
I was like, you did you get what you thought you were gonna get? You're like, yeah. So we left.
Yeah, that's all I needed. So I don't know. What about you, man? You got memories from little kid, like vivid memories, or just
I mean, I do. I mean, it
how
was
old were you when
there was I was 5,
5? So shit.
so you were like 1 or 2, and he would come. I remember just them fighting a lot, and not really good memories at all. There was really no like we went to do anything. I don't remember if he picked you up because you were little. He picked me up like once or twice. I really didn't do shit.
Yeah,
I mean, I think one time we stayed in a hotel or something. I don't know if he didn't have nowhere to go or live or whatever, but we stayed there once, and I think he brought me back home late, and everybody was pissed off. And after that, he never came back.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's it. I mean, I guess that's why I was just like done. Like
said, we weren't living our lives looking for daddy.
Nah, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? We had a dad that raised us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, uh, yeah, we weren't looking for daddy at that point. I know mom and dad didn't really like it. You know, I know mom expressed to me, hey, your dad's not gonna tell you, but he don't like you talking to him or having that. I know they didn't want him to meet the kids.
Uh huh.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Who knows where he's at right now? It's been a long time. He could be dead now. I probably would have already heard from him. At least he was dead, but he's dead to me. I guess you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
to an extent, yeah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, well, yeah. Too. Just ain't in our lives. Ain't gonna be in our lives, and ain't been in our lives. So it is what it is. I think we came out alright. You know what I'm saying? But shit, that's where, who knows? We never knew him. Like Cynthia said, what do we get from him? I'm sure we'll get a little something from him. You definitely got the look, so you're gonna look like him in a few years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
He didn't teach me how to change spark plugs.
right, look, he over here changing spark plugs, but I'm just sitting to the side relaxing, man. I'm tired of motherfucker, man. I stayed up late watching that fight. We got some baseball games today, but I'll have a little time to grab some food.
What time y'all playing?
We play at 1. We don't got to be there till 12, but we
Okay.
got to leave like 11 something. So,
Where y'all playing at?
I wax a hatchet, so it ain't far. But I have time for a little nap,
Okay.
so I'm tired as hell. They want to come, but I was like, man, we got to get back to it. I don't know what next week's schedule got, so got to get it in when we can. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you know, uh, our last episode we talked a lot uh, about you. I just wanted to share a little bit. Once you left, how things were at the house after that.
Uh huh.
I think you left to the Navy when I was going into high school. Um, yeah, so you graduated what 96?
96.
I was supposed to graduate 2000. So once you left to the Navy, between the summer between 7th and 8th grade is when I really started getting into the shit that I got into.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember when? Because you were still at home because it was I think the beginning of 8th grade or middle of 8th grade when I went to go live with Kathy.
I don't remember that, no.
Yeah, because I got kicked out of Grindr. We started a big riot and shit, and I couldn't go to school in the ISD, so I went to go live with Kathy and finish school out there. It was funny, man. She was old schooling with her text, but I came back. And it's funny because I got accepted to Townview
Mm-hmm.
while I was already kicked out. So probably couldn't even go to school in the ISD, but I went to Townview. And a lot of my high school years, man, I lived with grandma and grandpa
Mm-hmm.
because that intimidation shit from dad just didn't work no more. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Already grown, and I wasn't the one that was just gonna, okay, let me put my hands on the bedpost so you can whip my ass. You know what I mean? And the disrespect from him got a little worse. So I just remember us getting into big blowouts, me walking out the house, leaving in the middle of the night, mom come chasing me in the car, trying to get me back in the car, and I'm like, man, fuck you, fuck you. So I spent a lot, like I said, a lot of times in high school living with grandma and grandpa, and it made me think about, Jeremy, like, damn, he lost you to the Navy, and I'm not living there no more. So shit, he lost both his big brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I compare it to Stevie. He don't talk to Nene and Joshy that much because they don't live there. But it's not a bad thing. It's just that they're not around each other. Well, hell, fucking Isaiah lives with us, and hell, they don't even talk.
Yeah.
You know how the kids get sometimes. They get in their rooms, But so it makes me think. I'm sure Jeremy's got some built up resentment or shit that he probably put in there. But yeah, I pretty much live with grandma and grandpa, because of the issues at home. But it is what it is. I think not even knowingly, but what you said, were unconsciously, without even knowing it, we grew up to try not to be what we went through. And I think we turned out all right, man. Look at that. We got fucking YouTube, got a podcast, millions of fucking followers and shit. So I think we turned out all right. But a lot of people hit me up and they were like, "Damn, man, y'all really got into it."
Uh
You know
huh.
what I'm saying? And like I told them, we brought up, or probably mostly me, other people's tea. So I was like, man, it's only fair that
Other
that we
people's
talk
tea.
about our lives a little bit. And one guy was like, man, that's why I fuck with y'all, man, because y'all keep it real.
And that's why I was like, I gotta. do some shit to the car, and some. I don't want to. How can I say it? I remember I used to do this, right? And sometimes hang out with friends and fuck with the cars and stuff like that. So I was telling Tony, shout out Anthony. He got
Shout
me.
out Tony.
Now I'm gonna be editing the videos somehow. I did this one, the last one. He helped me out a little bit, but this I'm gonna try to do it myself. But I kind of lean on him a little bit about topics and stuff, and I said, "Well, I gotta fix. What do you think about if we fix the car while we're talking?" He said, "Yeah." He said that y'all should try something like that.
So what are you doing right now? What you got going on?
Well, the check engine light came on,
All right.
and I have a little scanner that I use, and it said that the coil number 6, which is that one back there, was bad, and it did look bad. So I was like, well, I'm gonna change the coil. Might as well change spark plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it seemed it looks pretty easy. So like I could probably do it while we're talking and stuff. And like I said, it just kind of brings me back to hanging out with friends, or even with dad. Yeah, with dad, kind of. He wasn't that hold the fuck. Well, he could have been that hold the fucking light type shit.
Yeah.
But he never did it. He would make me do it. So he was holding the light. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I remember those days. Y'all go out and work on the car, and Dad be like, "Hey, come meet us out there." I'll be like, "All right." Y'all go out the back door. I'll be out the front door.
yeah.
Like, hell, no,
But
that
I
was
mean,
a
it
good thing.
you that's something that we say things like what we said last week about him being mad coming home or whatever. But we've had positive things to say about
No,
him.
yeah. That's I'm glad you said that because I just want to make that clear as well. We weren't fucking abused. I mean, maybe in this day and age it would be considered abuse, probably. But we weren't just these poor, abused, scared little kids. You know what I mean? I mean,
I
we
mean, he
did have
taught
a
us life shit.
yeah, we did have a. I think we had a fun childhood. You know what I mean? And the ass whoopings and the bullshit came in between. I think one thing that mom and dad argued a lot was about us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
About the way he whooped our ass. She wouldn't always agree with everything, but what was she gonna do? But no, hell yeah. There's some good memories there too. You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
him showing me this was his way of
Bonding.
bonding or whatever. But this is what you're supposed to learn growing up, right? To him, that's how he thought.
Yeah, work on the car. Which is, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Shit. That's why I gotta pay for everything. A mechanic.
And I think I didn't used to like doing this shit. I would do it because I knew how, but I liked doing it. And then when it came to for a little bit, I didn't like it, right? And because I think it brought me back to certain things back then, right? And then I got really honestly, I got tired of paying motherfuckers to fix shit.
I just ain't got other tools. I got a lot of tools, but
Uh
not
huh.
designed for mechanic work.
I got tired of paying people to do shit that I probably could have done. Like let's say this change. Like when you see Cadillac, that price goes up
Yeah,
automatically,
for
right?
sure.
And probably this is like a $600 job, right? And I paid a little bit less than 200 for the parts, and I'm almost done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah. That's why I wish I did know that shit because I know a lot of times I'm like, fuck, it don't look that hard, but yeah, I just like
And then
you
I
said.
collect tools along the way. Um, I got my toolbox in there and stuff, but it's because I do a lot of stuff, especially recently around the house, stuff like that. It's funny because Cynthia was talking about she like I think we need new floors in the kitchen and stuff, and I was like, that's something I can't do, right?
Yeah,
It's too. I could probably figure it out. I think I did one of the bedrooms and it came out pretty bad, but that was maybe 6 years ago.
so you'd have to fill up that floor, right? Get it all the way stripped down.
Yeah, I had to put new flooring in and stuff. So I mean, that one because it's a big job, I leave it to the pros.
Give it to the pros that out there driving trucks, fucking hoes.
But yeah, like you said, he taught me this type of shit. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And back then, I felt like fuck. I'm getting up early on a Saturday to do this shit, but at the same time, it taught me. I mean, I think in the Navy, I was making a little bit of money helping people fix their cars too,
yeah.
because they didn't know.
Shit, by the time I got into high school, man, shit, our relationship it was not strained, but we weren't I wasn't trying to bond and fix cars and shit. Well, shit, you always had a car too, though. I never had a car.
Yeah, I always had a car that was needed fixing anyways, you know.
I remember in high school, I got in a couple fights, and every time you got in a fight, you got a fat ass fucking $550 ticket.
Oh, for real?
I got like two or three of those freshman year.
Uh-huh.
And Dad was like, "Well, there's your car money."
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it was true, if they really had money to give me a car or not, but they were like, "Well, there's your car money, man. You're going to fucking tickets." You know what I'm saying? But that goes back to when I lived with grandma and grandpa. Shit, I just used grandpa's car. I don't
Uh-huh.
remember how it was. I know I didn't have a license or nothing. People get mad. Uncle Eddie. I remember Uncle Lawrence and Michael. Everybody. I be pushing grandpa's car. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have a license, and that motherfucker. We had that motherfucker stinking like skunk. So anytime anybody would use the car, they'd be like, "God damn, so Steven been in this fucking car or what?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But shit, grandpa, grandma and grandpa, they didn't see no bad in me. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
even though I was out there in grandpa's car doing shit I wasn't supposed to do, he never thought that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember, I was at my homeboy Corrupt's house, and transmission went out and wouldn't go forward. So I called grandpa and said, "Hey man, something's wrong with the car."
Mm-hmm.
So he
His
pulled
car
up.
or your
Yeah, his
friend's
car.
car?
He had that. Huh?
Your friend's car
No,
or?
grandpa's car.
Oh,
It was
uh-huh.
that green Ford Tempo.
Uh-huh.
And he pulls up to my homeboys, and we all deep and shit. They all knew who grandpa was.
Uh-huh.
And he had that blue truck. Well, which one, right? He had a couple of them. And he goes, "I'll get you home. I'll get you home." So I was like, "All right, cool." So pull the car in the street, man. And here comes grandpa, man, crazy ass. I thought he was gonna put a rope or something, or go get a rope, and I look, he's coming around the corner because he was facing the opposite way. He comes around the corner and just hits the back of the car, boom, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Well, that's how he got me home, man. Just tapping my ass on the car, but the first one was boom to get me going, and I'm rolling. The next day here comes again, boom, just fucking hit me and shit. Shit, by the time we got to mom's house, man, that fucking rear bumper was all fucked up, man. But everybody was tripping out like, "Damn, you grandpa crazy, man." And I remember, no, because he wanted to drive it home first. I go, "Grandpa, how you gonna drive it? It don't go forward, only reverse." Well, come to find out that the transmission in his truck went out one time, and he drove the motherfucker all the way home
I was
backwards.
gonna say I heard the story about that. That
Yeah,
he
so I can just imagine Grandpa, man, sitting at the fucking red light backwards,
yeah,
trying to look and
he
shit.
drove the car home backwards because the
Yeah, hey, that's
transmission
a
went out.
that's a real OG right there, man. Like fucking tow truck, I'm driving this shit backwards. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And I remember he used to pick me up from school, man, and high school. I'd be so embarrassed, man, because everybody knew who he was. Because if there was a spot, but it wasn't big enough for his truck, man, he'd hop up on the curb and be sideways, and I'd come out of school, pimping some hoes, driving trucks, pimping hoes. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, they're like, "How you getting home?" But by that time, everybody knew there's your grandpa, man. All up on the curb in front of the school, security telling him to get off the goddamn curb and take off. But man, grandpa, he's an OG, man. You know what I mean? Got a lot of good memories. That shit was funny though, man. He got me. I was just sitting there, man. I'm thinking he's gonna come behind me and just kind of guide me. Hell no, I remember we did like bumper cars, man. Ah! I was like, fuck. So I don't even know how we got on that topic, but
Cars.
oh, talking about cars, yeah, yeah. So, back then I didn't even know shit. Grandpa probably like, fuck, transmission went out. I'm like, "Hey, Grandpa, car's not working. When's it gonna be working again so I can go back out?"
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, I never worked on cars, man. I can change a tire, air filter, shit
Yeah.
like that. Probably change the oil, but even at that, man, I don't do none of that shit. So, but definitely would save me a lot of money. Knock on wood. Hopefully, I don't need no repairs anytime soon. Cause, but anyway. But yeah, so you say you almost done. The big test gonna be turn that key and that motherfucker turn on.
It'll turn on, but we gotta see if the check engine light
Go
turns
fix
off.
the check engine light.
Yeah.
So
But
Chris works on cars, no? Or what?
he'll do some stuff too. Yeah. With Chris, we kind of did the same thing. But not like me.
Yeah,
I think to me it's like I like coming out here and doing it,
yeah,
and I'm alone, you know. But the boys never really took interest in it,
yeah,
and I didn't want to force them like kind of like I was forced. even though it's good stuff to learn. But I think Chris with YouTube and stuff, he learned some shit. Um, and Tony does his own repairs too.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he'll change the oil and he's done the spark plugs.
And that's because that boy cheap.
Partly is that, but he went on YouTube and he learned all that shit.
But the good thing about Tony is most likely Dad gonna have the tools that he needs.
Yeah, that's part of it too. He doesn't have to go buy tools because it's all here, and he'll if he runs into an issue, he'll come and get me or whatever. But his little car runs good.
Yeah, that's what I get scared of, man. I'm gonna be in the middle, and then next thing you know, I'm running to the fucking auto parts to get a tool, get this. Yeah, I just not rather pay. I'd rather not do the work, but yeah, car repairs are expensive. I think
Yeah.
I mentioned I had a mobile mechanic. That was kind of what kept it too, because if it was $500 at the shop, he charged me 200. You know what I mean?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so he was giving me a good deal where, fuck, it was almost worth. Back then, I was real busy where I didn't have time
Yeah.
to work on it for 2 3 hours. So, but like I think I mentioned it too. But I got on that shit and fucking took everybody's money and ran.
Damn.
So, knock on wood. Hopefully, I don't need no repair soon because yeah, I'm probably gonna have to pay for it because I don't know enough to do anything really.
Uh huh.
Like when my AC was acting up, man, I was asking everybody. Everybody was like, man, change your cabin filters behind the glove compartment, man. It took me like 2 hours to figure out to take the fucking glove compartment out and do that shit. But
I mean, some of it's not easy.
yeah,
But
especially with these new cars and shit.
uh huh.
They almost make it where you have to take it to the dealership to do some of the shit. But nah, man. Last week I mentioned I was gonna go get some menudo. Man,
Yeah.
that shit was pretty good from over there.
From where?
From Michoacan, down Daniel.
I never had their.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Shit was only like $18 for the big thing of menudo, tortillas, all the works and shit.
I seen like because I go over there. We go over there to take care of some stuff, and I see the specials they have. Seem like they have some good specials there.
Yeah, the pieces were kind of big, but I got some meat cutter scissors,
Uh huh.
so I just fucking cut them. You know what I mean? Cut them down to size. Yeah, that shit was pretty good, man. So I recommend it. It was better than driving to Dallas Tortilla Factory, which I think the noodle was probably just about the same.
Is it? Cause theirs is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah,
I've always liked their menudo.
yeah. So, but other than that, man, shit, we're gonna do some baseball in a little bit. We got 2 games. We always look forward to that shit. Went to the batting cages yesterday with homeboy Paul.
Uh huh.
So hopefully that helps Stevie out get some hits today. Come on.
How's he been doing?
Baseball wise,
Yeah.
just in general. Baseball wise, man, he's been doing good. You know what I'm saying? He's been pitching a lot. He's pretty probably top 3 pitchers on his team.
Uh huh.
Offensive wise, he struggled a little bit last year. Needed contact, so we'll see this season if the contacts help out, or was just
Oh, it's contacts for his eyes.
yeah for his eyes. So he's doing pretty good. High school, a lot of kids transferring to his high school, Midlothian Heritage, so just making it that much difficult to make the team. But hey, if you got it, you got it.
Yeah.
So the thing about Midlothian is you got 2 high schools, so all the talent goes to just 2 schools versus like in DISD.
Yeah.
Fucking this player here, this one here, that one there. So, which is pretty cool. So if you make the high school team, that says a lot because there are a lot of fucking kids. There's probably 30, 40 kids that they narrow down to like 16 or 17, something like that. So,
Mhm.
but he's doing good. He's focused. He's ready for the day. Like I said, he wanted to go to the cages yesterday, get some reps in. So hopefully that translates is the word. Translates
Yeah.
into today. Cowboys, they play today, huh?
Yeah, they play the Giants. They should win today. Should
Nah,
win.
this should be a good loss.
A good loss.
If they lose, man, this could be a good loss. So, what time they play?
I think they play the 12 o'clock game
Okay,
today.
so we'll miss it, which ain't no big deal, but I'm sure there'll be a lot of people at the games watching that shit. So I'm sure I'll keep up.
Yeah, the people probably be streaming it. I think it's on Fox. See, I don't have cable, so that I don't get Fox games unless now I have to get the app.
Fox Sports?
Yeah, but there's an app for Fox Sports.
Oh,
Well, I guess if I use the antenna, I can see them.
The old school antenna.
Yeah, I have that. Like when the weather's bad or something,
Yeah.
I'll use that.
What you got planned for the day after this? You got to work?
I'll go in later. I'm gonna do this and then probably finish laundry and shit. Maybe cook some for the kids. I gotta go grocery store. Regular Sunday shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got groceries yesterday. Threw a little meat on the grill, with some chicken,
Uh huh.
some corn on the cob, and on the grill. Everybody loves that shit.
Oh hell
That
yeah.
corn was cooked in the motherfucker, and some potato salad. I'm just tired of eating out, man. Doctor wants me to eat healthier. Stevie's been on his diet kick. Isaiah started a little diet, so I'm like, oh, fuck it, let me grow some chicken. Chicken, bought some chicken, some corn on the cob, some potato salad, man, like $20.
Yeah.
Versus going out and getting a fucking hamburger for spent $60. Plus we had leftovers that we were able to eat all night long. So I was like, man, fuck it, I hate going out to eat, man. Spending all that fucking money on out to eat. Fucking prices are expensive.
Yeah, it is. Even you go to groceries and same thing.
Yeah, yeah, no shit. I went and stopped. Got a 2 liter the other day. It was almost $5.
But that's why sometimes we'll just be like, well, let's go out because by the time we buy groceries for that day, like whatever we're gonna cook, it turns out almost $100 anyway. So
Yeah, damn. Shit, my been. I tell her sometimes, hey, we need to have some budget meals this week.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But shit, be there with pork chops and beans. Shit, that ain't that much. And that's some good shit too. So,
hamburger helper.
man, I love hamburger helper, but I don't remember the last time we had it at the house. I don't know.
The
Oh,
kids like it, but
I,
Cynthia don't like it.
I think what happened was I think we brought this up. Myra said they changed the packaging or some shit. I don't know, but she said it's not the same.
I don't know. The kids like eating it. Cynthia don't like it too much.
Man, I love that hamburger
What's
helper.
funny is we used to make sausage and eggs, like the Eckrich sausage.
Yeah,
And I used to make it all the time, and the kids got tired of that shit.
and that's Stevie's favorite. When he was on that diet, that's all he would eat every day was eggs with sausage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he don't like bacon. He's a sausage guy. I'm a bacon guy. But
But then
shit.
I'll like buy my meals for the week. I think this week I'm just gonna do ground beef and rice. Make it easy. I don't feel like making a lot of shit today, so I probably cook my meals, some ground beef and rice, and that's it. It kind of gets boring eating the same shit every day, but you
Man,
know,
I've been on a tuna sandwich kick. They had Myra make me on some, I think it's called brioche bread. It's some circuit bread on Walmart where they had the little bread shit where they make the bread or
yeah, yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah,
I love me some tuna fish, man, with some pickles and some fucking boiled eggs.
yeah.
That shit. Hard. And I've been eating a lot of cucumbers. Did I say cucumbers or
Cucumbers,
cucumbers?
cucumbers.
Fill them motherfuckers up, put some salt on limon, put some fucking lemon juice on them, man, some tahini. I know
But what
cucumbers
about
is
your
healthy.
sodium?
Well, that's what I was about to say. I know cucumbers is healthy. I don't know about the rest of the shit I put on there, but hey, it's a start. It's
It's,
a start. I did cheat yesterday, man. Fucking mine, got some ice cream. Got some ice cream, poured some chocolate syrup on it, but
I mean, you can't quit cold turkey, you know.
I didn't drink no beer this weekend, so that was good. Cheat. I didn't drink no Coke all weekend, but I had a big red yesterday. And I've been doing all right. We'll see. We'll see what the doctor says. I canceled my appointment, so I didn't go in for my follow up and what medicines I need and all that. So that's just me being the way I hard headed. I need to go ahead and get with them and see what the fuck I need to be doing to stay healthy, man.
Yeah.
But no, man, it was a light week, man. Work was alright, not too stressful. Besides a normal day to day. We didn't do shit Friday, just kicked it.
Hmm.
Yesterday we cooked out a little bit, cleaned up the backyard, took Steve to the cages, and today we just got some baseball, man. That's about it.
Yeah, this week I'm off Thursday and Friday. Friday is homecoming at life school,
Okay.
and since Bea is a cheerleader, she's a cheerleader for junior high. They're gonna be part of the halftime show for the high school.
Oh, nice, nice.
So normally I work Friday evenings, but I switched with the lady that works with us. So I'm gonna work during the day, and she's gonna come in the evening. So I took the day off. Thursday I took the day off. I was like, I think maybe 2 weeks ago. I was just tired, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take an extra day off. I've been wanting to ride the bike.
Okay.
So Thursday, I think I'm gonna go to hit the trails and just take a long ass bike ride. I think
Right.
I used to go to White Rock,
Okay.
and around the lake is 10 miles. And there's a trail at White Rock. If you don't go around the lake, you can go all the way downtown through East Dallas. But Cynthia's friend was telling her about the trail at Trinity over there by Trinity Groves,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
and that one goes all the way to Irving. So you can the underneath the trails go all the way to probably Loop 12.
Okay.
So I might try that one this time.
How do you tote that motherfucker on the Jeep?
I have a bike thing that goes on the hitch in the back.
On the back, so you're pulling it like a
No,
trailer?
it goes on the hitch, and then it folds open, and you can put 4 bikes on it, and it's on the hitch. It goes on the hitch, and then just you just go. So yeah.
Anybody gonna go with? Anybody else into bikes?
Tony used to ride with me. I think he went with me once or twice, but he was probably to work that day. But I mean, I might go in early, so maybe he'll join me. But I might go by myself. It's one of those things that,
Oh, you go in the morning
yeah,
before work?
I used to go on Sunday mornings. Um, but I'm gonna be off Thursday, so I'm just gonna take Bear to school probably and just head towards that to the trails.
And then go to the game later on.
That's Thursday. Friday's a game,
Oh,
so I'm gonna probably do it on Thursday,
so you
just to
take off Thursday and Friday?
yeah.
Oh,
But it's nice to just go and it clear your head and just fucking go on the trails, put a little bit of music on. I have a camelback, so for water and stuff, and I might try the one at Trinity Groves and see how far if I can go all the way, make it to fucking Urban Boulevard and shit.
hey, you can make it there, but you gonna make it back?
I have to. There's a
No,
trail. There's one over here on 1382 and 20. They have a big trail. It goes from 20 to 67 in Cedar Hill, and I rode over there once, and you can go down Camp Wisdom to 1382, but the way back is all uphill.
oh shit.
So I
Oh, I
made
know
it.
what you're talking about. I think I know what you're
I
talking
made it halfway, and I had to walk. I almost called Cynthia like, "Come get my ass," cause
about.
it was a bitch.
Hey, you think she would have went and got you? Yeah, no.
I don't know. Maybe she would have, but
Yeah, she's like, put your ass on that bike and make it back,
it
mama.
was a bitch though. But yeah,
That's funny.
I like riding bikes. I wish I had more time to do it more. I have that one, and we have 2 more in the garage.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That seems like something I'll probably get into. Maybe I need to look into getting me a bike.
It's fun. It's good exercise, and it for me it clears my head too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I need to get me a high. I need to get back to fishing, man. That's what I like doing.
yeah,
In my head.
yeah,
Be like this, nice and quiet, just hear the fucking birds and
yeah.
just be out there chilling. It's always good to have somebody there, and it's almost like a
Therapy.
yeah,
Therapeutic.
therapeutic, man. That's it right there. So other than that, man, like I said, it was a slow week. We got some baseball today. What do we got coming this week? Just the average old week, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess yesterday was take your own cup to 7-Eleven day. You heard
Oh,
about
I
that?
missed that shit. Yeah.
Fucking Josh just sent me a picture, man. Motherfucker had a big old bucket, man. I said, goddamn, that look like your sand bucket. Put the sand in this shit.
Hmm.
But doctor's orders, man. I didn't go get me a Slurpee because
What do
I'm
they
not
say?
big on
Sugar?
Slurpees anyway.
I wouldn't have finished that big ass Slurpee.
No, no. If I was outside working in the heat, maybe. But yeah, I'm not. I've never been too big on a Slurpee.
I like them, but
I'm a snow cone
I don't
guy,
think
so I
anybody else
wouldn't
here
mind.
likes them.
What would you prefer, snow cone or ice cream? We got an ice cream shop and we got a snow cone shop right there in Midlothian.
Ice cream.
For real?
Yeah, there's a snow cone shop around the corner that they like going to sometimes, and I'm like snow cone, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess growing up, Crusher Man Stella's had enough snow cones.
Man, I love me a snow cone, man.
Yeah.
I rather ice cream. I guess I'm lactose intolerant, man. Ice cream don't mix well with me in
Yeah.
my stomach, but they can make some badass ice cream there too, though. So I'm cool either one. Stevie, he won't fuck with the snow cone.
Hmm.
Isaiah will. Stevie like the ice cream. So I don't know what you choose, ice cream or snow cone, man. What y'all like out there, chat? Which one's better for you? Which one's more refreshing?
And was this kind of a cool change of pace, to do it outside and kind of, you know, put yourself in that type of situation where you're outside with your boys or your sons or your dad or whoever, kind of working on the cars, working outside. I just thought we'd try something different, and maybe coming soon, a little bit of other things also we could try to do um, with this, or just give us some suggestions. What do you think? Maybe we'll take a bike ride in the morning,
Hey,
doing
maybe
a
it's like old boy that used to work in my car. We was real cool, man. So that's why I kind of hit hard why the motherfucker did what he did. But he was a mobile mechanic, but everybody looked at him as homeboy, so they would like think he's gonna work on the car for free.
oh hell
You
no,
know, I always understood that was his job, but I'd be
yeah,
like, hey man, I'm having a barbecue. Why don't you just come hang out, man? And
yeah,
while you're hanging out, we'll just
yeah.
work on my car together. You know what I mean? But uh, but no, it's cool. Like you said, I've been around not working on the cars, but partners that work on cars like him. We just sit around drinking,
Yeah, that too. Like
drinking,
they come
smoking,
over and
whatever.
it's like I'm here working the car. Will come through.
Yeah, the next thing you know, somebody else takes over,
Yeah,
and then like me and you say, I'm like, oh, you take over. Let me try that. Then you come, and next thing you know, you're
yeah.
sitting right here the whole time.
Same thing with the grill. Not everybody's flipping the burgers or the fajitas, but everybody's chilling around the grill. You know
Yeah,
what I
hell
mean?
yeah, chilling, chilling. So it's definitely I would say a male bonding experience.
Yeah,
It could
yeah,
be, turned into like me. I sat here, I didn't even look at the fucking engine one time. Wondering what I'm just like, what the fuck you doing over there,
yeah,
man?
yeah.
So, but should you work on your own? Should every kid, teenager, growing up, learn to work on cars so as they're an adult they can work on their own vehicles? Is that something that is a rite of passage? I guess I would say.
I wanted it to be, but at the same time, this is like therapeutic also.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, let me do it by myself, and let me force them. I would let them know, hey, I'm gonna work on the car. If they wanted to come out, they wanted to come out.
Or what about like Nikki's Jeep? Hey, motherfucker, you want to fix it? You come out here with me. Or
Nick is not the type.
well, I knew I
Yeah.
was gonna say a while ago. Tony surprised me, but I know Nikki ain't working on shit.
No.
But is that an instance where you might say, hey, Nikki, come on, I'm gonna change this. At least you can come out and
I
handle
would
this.
mention it to him,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna force him. And then I remember one time I was fixing some in the house. I think under the sink, the drain or something. And I said, when y'all move out, what y'all gonna do?
Call that.
Call dad. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it kind of made me feel like, okay, I'll let that. Since they said that,
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'll let it pass. I
Hey, not.
I, I want to be the hero sometimes. You know what I mean?
Hey, no, yeah, no. I mean, almost like I said it, like you said, it almost made you happy. Like, okay, cool.
Then y'all don't need to learn shit, cause y'all,
you don't need to.
I
You don't
got
need
you,
to learn
I
shit.
got you, I got you.
Shit, how's Nicky doing, man? That college life. How's it
He's
going?
good. I mean, what's college, but 3 times a week and shit. You know what I mean?
That's considered full time?
Yeah, he's taking 2 classes right now, and then the third one picks up next month. But he's working at Genghis Grill,
Genghis.
Genghis Grill, whatever the fuck
Oh
it's called.
man, the one in Cedar Hill,
Yeah, no, yeah, I guess it's Cedar
in
Hill.
that little
Yeah,
brick and
yeah,
mortar.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, man, you ever been there?
We went a while back. I didn't like it too much.
I've been there a couple times, years ago. I liked it, man, because you can fucking build your own shit.
And I didn't know that because he's like, I make whatever plus tips. I'm like, who gives tips at that place? But I guess it's different now that
Yeah,
he said
because
you take your order now.
yeah, well, like you always talk about, they flip that fucking screen. You know what I mean? So what is he? He just cooks and serves, or how does
I
he?
guess he's a server
I
because
can't remember how because it's all you can eat, I believe.
no, you get a bowl
Oh,
and
it's all
that's
you
it.
can fit in that
Yeah,
bowl.
yeah,
That's what
something
it
like
is.
that. Yeah,
I remember packing it with steak and shrimp.
yeah.
So it's pretty good. I like. Maybe I'll stop by, get a schedule, man, see if I get a. Cause
He works mainly. I think he worked this week. He worked like Monday, Friday, and Saturday.
okay, so he's getting some decent time in.
Yeah, he works in evenings because he gets off like about 11.
How does he like the food?
I guess he came up with some shit last night. I was like, kimchi rice. I was like, I don't like kimchi, so now get that
I
shit
don't even
away.
know what kimchi is.
Yeah.
That sound like I don't know, some badass kush or something. Give me some of that OG kimchi.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. That's good for a little nephew, man. He's remember when we did that Cinco de Mayo episode when we went to go eat and he was our waiter, man. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He brought me my bill. I was like, "What's up with the family? Do I get a family discount?" He goes, "I already put it on there." Left him a tip. You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, Nikki, like we said, Tony surprised me uh, as far as working on the car. But I already know Nikki ain't doing nothing. We already know Bay shit.
Well, I mean, she might be out here one day, but I think Chris, when he was little, he would have me tools and stuff like that, or watch. Um, but we never. But like that's when I was in that phase. I didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't want to fix my shit. We'd just take it and same thing at the house. I was like, nah, fuck, just pay somebody. And then I just got tired of paying people. So I mean, I would always change the oil, spark plugs and shit like that, but nothing major like I do now to try to save money.
We're gonna have to have whenever Chris comes to town, whenever that is, we're gonna have to have him on the show, man. We're talking about him almost every
I think he's supposed to come home for Christmas.
It's hard not to, man. You got that fucking picture of the Lions, fucking muscle man over there. I
Yeah,
remember, he looked like Jason Momoa right there, man,
with his curls.
with the curls. I remember, we went out there, and that goes back almost to the mom and dad shoot on his last senior football game. You know what I'm saying? You invited everybody out to go watch it. It was what, senior night, I guess.
Senior night, yeah.
And shit, I was like, hell yeah, me, Myra, and all the kids, we went out there. It was cold as fuck too.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah, I still got the pictures. We all bundled up, and I think Bea and Anthony or somebody made that sign.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
said
yeah.
"Go Chris," and we weren't even cheering, but I think I paid that.
Yeah,
So that was a good memory. Nobody else went. You know, that goes back to the bullshit that we was talking about. But you know, we took a picture in front of his banner and shit. You know, that's something I remember. They announced him, and you and Cynthia walked out.
yeah.
Didn't he say at that point where he wanted to do when he grew up was own a store or something to do with the store, wasn't it?
Business, man. Something with business or something like that.
So that was a cool moment, man. You know, Chris, he a trip, man. Like I said, we text pretty often. Sometimes he'll go a couple days, he'll text me back, oh, you know, I forgot. I think last week I hit him up, and I think it was a Saturday or Sunday, and he was working. Sent me a picture, I think, of his boots and a helicopter or some shit in the
Yeah,
background
yeah.
and shit. So that'd be cool. Yeah, we're gonna have him on the show, man, so they can see who's this Chris guy.
Yeah.
Hey, when you edit this, put a picture of that poster I'm always talking
I
about.
would see I could figure that shit out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just when I bring up Chris, Tony could do. Come on, Tony, give us one more edit, man, and pop your brother on there, man, so they can see the Jason Momoa of Life School. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't seen him in a while. I didn't get to see him when I guess last time he came was what, Nikki's graduation.
Yeah, he was here. He doesn't like being here too long, so he was here for like 2 days, and we went to Broken Bow, and then he left after that.
Yeah, I talked to him when I was at a Broken Ball. I think I was drunk and I had him. When was the time? Maybe it was
When he came for
Tony's.
Tony's graduation,
That's when y'all went to that Korean barbecue shit.
yeah, and then we went to we had another when Tony graduated, we got another little place, stayed at the lake.
Because I think he hit me up at that time. Was like, hey, we're gonna be over here eating. I think it was during the week
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
We,
yeah,
we couldn't make it. So
yeah.
shout out to Chris, man.
But he just comes and leaves pretty much.
Yeah, yeah, quick turnaround.
Yeah,
I got
but I
you.
get it. You know, the thing is when he comes home, he's out of his routine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's kind of annoying and kind of it makes you I don't want maybe I'm speaking for myself, but I can see it like you're uncomfortable because you're not in your normal routine. He's not probably not used to laying around all the time and doing nothing. His friends are at work, you know, we're either running around or at work, kids were at school or whatever. So, you know,
And he's used to having his own spot.
yeah, yeah,
You know, not sleeping in the room,
yeah,
sharing the restroom, the
yeah,
shower, and like you said, just laying around. So, you know, he's out there. He's used to protecting America.
yeah,
You know what I mean? America. He's
yeah,
just out there fighting for our freedom of speech.
yeah,
So, shout out to Nephew, man. Shout out Nick. You got a new job, man. You might see me pop in there looking for that family discount. You know what I mean? But yeah, I've seen it right there. But it's probably been 10+ years since I've been there. I'm gonna check it out. Every time I see it, I'm like, man, we need to go. I just remember being able to pile up whatever you can fit in that bowl and shit. So, but other than that, man, like I said, it's tired. I'm gonna go home, take a nap here in a minute before we out there in that heat. I think it's supposed to get up to the 90s today.
yeah,
We see when this fucking heat goes away and we start getting some good weather, man. Other than that, man, boys doing good. Like I said, Stevie, there's been COVID going around again, right? A lot of
yeah.
people getting sick.
It's getting crazy that at Parkland too. They're doubling up on rooms.
Damn, that bad again?
It's getting bad again. Yeah. Hmm.
You know, Stevie wasn't feeling too good yesterday, but I think his was mostly allergies and shit. Cause he didn't feel sick, but you could sound it sounded like he was congested and
But the
shit.
symptoms are different now. You know, supposedly there's no fever. Everybody who says they have allergies probably have something else. But nobody's gonna stay home anymore.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna miss school. Nobody's gonna miss work because they don't want to use their time off or you know shit going on that they don't want to miss work or whatever.
and
So
companies ain't paying no more. Back then, they was giving you 2 weeks off for
yeah,
pay.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. Stay protected. We'll see. We gotta. Hopefully, we ain't gotta wear them fucking masks and shit again, man. That shit was annoying.
yeah,
But it is what it is, man. COVID part two, I guess, coming around. But like you said, it's not like it used to be where everybody's freaking out. It's just something we're gonna have to deal with, just like the flu.
yeah,
But you should stay home, man. Have respect for other people. You know, I just sent a guy home the other day. He was all fucking sick and couldn't hardly do shit. And he's like, I need my hours. I'm like, well, shit, we need our hours too, man.
yeah,
Go home. We ain't
yeah,
trying to get sick. So,
yeah,
be respectful of others because other people got kids and shit at home too. So you want to get everybody sick just because you don't want to miss work or you don't think it's going to be sick. You sick. You know
yeah.
what I mean? It is what it is. So, other than that, man, that's all I got, man. The lesson from this episode and the motto we're gonna go by is, hey man, drive trucks and fuck hoes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what it is. If you strive to be great, you single man and you got kids that you don't care about, hey man, just hit the road and fuck hoes, man. That's what it's all about. That's what life's all about, man. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I mentioned this, man. I heard there's a lot of Acevedos out there in Kaufman, man. I've heard
Kaufman.
that from a partner of mine. He's a coach. And he said he went to high school with a bunch of Acevedos, and they were one of the first. He's a Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
He said when they first moved to Compton 30, 40 years or whatever it was, that there wasn't too many Mexicans. It was the Guerreros and a bunch of Acevedos out there.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then got a young kid. It's funny. I got a young kid at work, and he said something about Acevedo, and I was like, motherfucker, he ain't never met no Acevedo. But man, I went to school with a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So very not a very common name. So who knows? That could be some of our family too. But shout out to whoever, man. I don't even know. I'm tired. But any Acevedos out there, hey man, look what y'all missed out, man. Y'all could have been fucking with some podcast
Legend.
royalty here.
Yeah.
So other than that, man.
Hey, we got one more follower.
Oh, where at 124?
Yeah.
Damn, hell yeah.
So follow, like,
Yeah.
subscribe this
It's
motherfucker.
just we gotta start saying in the beginning, like
Yeah.
those other shows.
Yeah.
Before this video gets started, hit that like button. But if you stay here, which a lot of people, Gabriel, it's funny. I told that story about the Christmas, inviting somebody to Christmas, and I put on there, Gabriel, if you watch this episode, call me. We need to talk. If you don't, then I'll talk to you later. Well, come to find out, Cuz watches the podcast because he texted me like 2 days after. It was like, WTF. He started being WTF. What the hell?
Yeah.
But I was like, what? After done what? You watched the podcast or what? He's like, yeah. And he even mentioned, he goes, man, I didn't even realize about the thumbs up. I was about to hit him with a thumbs up, but you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, sometimes you might think somebody's mad or there's something there. You just speak up, and there was nothing there. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
But he said he wasn't tripping on it, so who knows? We might have an extra one at Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Leslie commented. She don't hardly comment, and one thing she said about family beefs has to do with pride and something else. I don't know. But I always tell her, man, you so wise, cuz. And she kind of got on me. She didn't get on me when she was disappointed that I was like drinking Sunday morning, was planning on getting fucked up. She's like, that part did hurt my heart. I ain't trying to sound like your mom or nothing, but no, that's how our relationship is, man. And that's what I love about her. She can point out the stuff I shouldn't have been doing that, but I did it anyway. She looking at my help line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so shout out Leslie, shout out Gabriel, shout out everybody that fucking comments and watches the videos all the way through. You know what I mean? Uncle Lawrence still watching because he sent me a happy birthday. And he was like, oh shit, wrong one. Did he end up hitting you?
Yeah, he texted me happy birthday. Yeah.
Well, when you get a couple messages, you see a preview of the last one. So it's like, oh, sorry, that wasn't for you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, did he send something to me that was supposed to go to his girl or something? Like, hey baby, I'm naked thinking about you or some shit. So I forgot how he worded, but like, oh damn, that wasn't for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, kind of afraid to see, but it said happy birthday, whatever,
That's funny.
whatever. So I'm like, cool. Now I see you watching.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, So that's cool. You know, you reached out and you know that's cool because the podcast is making him and other people feel like they visiting with you, they
Yeah,
knowing you again.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
maybe if we had not had the podcast, he wouldn't. Well, not maybe he wouldn't have known it was part of your birthday. He probably wouldn't have reached out.
yeah. That's cool.
So you know that's cool that you know maybe cousins and even uncles that don't see you or me or whatever get a kick out of watching this
I
shit.
think so. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, it's early morning. Let's before we leave, crank it up, man. Let's see if the fucking check engine light went away.
Well, I gotta reset it and everything. So
Ah,
let's see.
you don't want the big reveal because if the check engine light comes on,
Let's see.
let's see. We can edit this part out.
Let's see if it turns on first.
Uh-oh.
Then let me reset the check. Well, I can't reset it because I need my phone. But I
But not
reset
only
it.
that, it won't come back on unless. Damn, is that supposed to happen?
There was a little bit of oil in there. But yeah, it's gonna burn off right now. But yeah, it sounds a little bit better than it did yesterday. So
Well, there you go. For all your automotive needs,
no,
come
don't come to
take
me.
it.
No. All right, man. Well, that's it.
That's it,
Let's
man.
start it.
Salute. Have a good week.